Hey everybody, Charles for HumbleMechanic.com. Today reviewing the Kobalt 20V half-inch drive impact wrench. The reason I picked this impact wrench up is I was looking for something quite a bit more portable than my air gun. Let's say you're working and you have to run across the other side of the shop to rotate tires or do something like that. Here you go, you don't have to get your air gun and then, deal with dragging a hose around behind you. At my shop, we're actually working in other parts of the shop quite a bit, so having something portable or something where if you had to run out to the parking lot and take wheel locks off would be really beneficial. So I picked this up and now I'm going to do a review for it for you guys. So a little bit about the gun. It is a half-inch drive, which is pretty typical for me, doing bigger jobs. I do also have a half-inch drive air gun as well as a 3/8 drive air gun. This has a 4 amp hour battery. The charger has a 45-minute charge time. It did come with 2 batteries, which is vital on any electric power tool that you buy, in my opinion. Also came with the gun, obviously, and the charger. The charger's really cool. It has a really nice little display on it that shows you the time left to fully charge, which is cool. It operates at maximum of 1900 RPM as well as 2100 IPM, which is impacts per minute. The pros. It is, again, super portable. I really love the portability of it. It's got good power. I was able to take off, wheels, axle bolts, not too big of a problem with that. Subframe bolts, no problem at all. That's about as hard as I ever really pushed this gun. Engine mount bolts, no problem either. So, it's got good amount of power. I would say definitely the power equivalent of my 3/8 air gun. It's also pretty much maintenance free. With pneumatic tools, you're supposed to lubricate them and also lubricate the hammer inside the impact. You don't have to worry about this at all with that. And the best part, it has a 5-year warranty, which is incredible. If you have an issue with it, you basically deal with Lowe's hardware and, they'll get it taken care of for you. Now, I haven't had to use that warranty, thank goodness, but, based on the information, it's 5 years, 3 years on the battery, which is huge as well. So they stand behind their product for a really long time. Now, despite the fact that it has good power and super portable, it is not all hearts and flowers. There's actually some negatives to this gun. It's ultra heavy. It's so heavy, especially when you compare it to one of the composite air guns. I will say if you used it all day long, taking wheels off, I use wheels as an example because it's the easiest one. Rotating tires is a big part of my day. All the free maintenances get tire rotations. Most of our services get either a tire rotation or a rotate and balance. So we're taking wheels off a lot. And this is a heavy gun to lug around, around the vehicle multiple times a day. That's actually why I stopped using this one at the shop, because despite the fact that I got to lug an air hose around with me with my air gun, it's so much lighter and easier to use. I really do prefer that. The other thing I don't really like is there's no brake. So if I were to pull the trigger and let it go, you notice how it doesn't stop. Now, air impacts don't do that either, but most other electric power tools do. And I think if this had a brake on it, it would be 10 times better and I would really enjoy it. Also, if there was any possible way to lighten it up, but with a big motor, a hammer, as well as a pretty big battery, I don't know how possible that would be. The other little, ultra minor, and you guys have seen my reviews before, there's always one little really nitpicky thing that bugs me. And on this one, it's actually trigger control. I feel like over the years, I've developed incredibly good trigger control. Some of that comes with repeated use, but with air tools, I feel like I instantly have a really good trigger finger. With this, I never really developed that touch. The trigger's very jerky, which I don't really like. I'm fully admitting that that's a really nitpicky thing, but it's important and it's something that I want you guys to know about. Overall, I think it's a really good product. I will tell you that the perfect place for this is at home. I really wish I would have had something like this when I was doing the cabbie build. It would have been great for doing suspension work, putting wheels on and taking them off. Awesome, awesome, awesome for that. You don't need to worry about buying, a $300 mediocre compressor that barely powers an impact gun. To get a compressor that'll really push an impact gun, you need to spend some dust on it. So buying something like this is awesome. It's a great alternative for it. Actually keep it right here in the toolbox at the house. So that's where she lives. All the work that I do around the house, I use this for. And it's under $300, which is a great price point for any tool. Even if you bought something and you didn't love it, but it worked all right, under $300 I'm fine with. It's still a lot of money, don't get me wrong, but it's not like you've spent, I don't know, $1,000 on something and you're not really happy with it. One other thing that I think I forgot to mention in the cons is it's actually quite a bit slower than air tools. The RPM is only 1900, so it's a little bit slower than most impact guns that are air driven would be, which, you know, for one set of tires rotating, it's not a big deal, but when you're doing it all day long, you can feel that it's slowing you down, and from a technician standpoint, anything that slows me down, you know, reduces our efficiency, so we have to be aware of things like that, and it's minor, again, but, you know, definitely something worth noting. Also, do not buy this on Amazon. I love Amazon. I buy an embarrassing amount of things on Amazon, but don't buy this on Amazon. It's cheaper on Lowe's website. On Amazon, it's just under $400. At Lowe's, it is just under $300. Buy it online from Lowe's. I'll put a link in the show notes for you guys. Go to the store and buy it. That's what I did. It comes with a really nice blow molded case. Again, 2 batteries, a charger, and the gun itself. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. That's about all she wrote with this this bad boy. Again, she's heavy, and I think that's the biggest negative about it, but it does have a good amount of power. So if you like the video, throw it a thumbs up on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the blog, humblemechanic.com, and of course on YouTube. If there's a tool that you would like for me to review, shoot me an email to charles@humblemechanic.com and put tool review in the subject, or you can use the contact me form on the blog, again, over at humblemechanic.com. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.